his head in the fire, and I want to see him burn. I want to hand him the one piece of news that will destroy him, and I want to watch his face when it happens. I have kept this secret for 15 years. I have lost my life for 15 years. I have lived this lie for 15 years. And all the while, I have watched him walk away from me. I have been destroyed while I have made him president. It is my turn! He suffers. He hurts. He burns. I'm tired of carrying the cross. Let him pick it up now.
Storm. Raised to love my country, love my family, and protect the things I love. When my father, Colonel Daniel Robbins of the United States Marine Corps, heard that I was a lesbian, he said he only had one question. I was prepared for. Half-assed, can you get the hell out of my house? But instead, it was, are you still who I raised you to be? My father believes in country the way that you believe in God. And my father is not a man who bends, but he bent for me because I'm his daughter. I'm a good man in a storm.
Words that don't come out. And all of our friends who think that I'm blessed, they don't know my head is a mess. No, they don't know who I really am, and they don't know what I've been through like you do. And I was made for you. All of these lines across my face tell the story of who I am. So many stories of where I've been and how I got to where I am. But these stories don't mean anything if you've got no one to tell them to. It's true. Wake up in the morning with the head like what you done. It's just to be alive, but I don't need another one. You look good enough and carrying on to wear them gowns. So how come I feel so lonely when you're up getting down? So all day long when I hear that sad song, it looks like magic slowly on the line. But I don't feel like dancing when the ozone went to place. My heart could take a chance.
I love you. I am so in love with you. And you're in me. You're like it's like you're a disease. It's like I am infected by Mark Sloan, and I can't think about anything or anybody, and I can't sleep. I can't breathe. I can't eat. And I love you. I love you all the time. It's every minute of every day. And I love you. God, that feels good just to say that. I feel so.
I want you to promise me something. If you love someone, you tell them. Even if you're scared that it's not the right thing, even if you're scared that it'll cause problems, even if you're scared that it will burn your life to the ground, you say it, and you say it loud. And then you go from there.
Please.
You died in my arms. You died in my arms. You freaking died, and then you left instructions that I wasn't allowed to save your life. You want to know what I'm scared of? I'm scared of everything. I'm scared to move. I'm scared to breathe. I'm scared to touch you. I can't lose you. I won't survive. And that's your fault. You made me love you. You made me let you in, and then you freaking die in my arms.
And I don't want to rush you into making a decision before you're ready. This morning, I was going to come over, and I was going to say, what I wanted you to say was, but now all I can say is that I'm in love with you. I've been in love with you forever. I'm a little late. I know I'm a little late in telling you that. I just want you to take your time, you know? Take all the time you need. Because you have a choice to make. And when I had a choice to make, I chose wrong.
So your life's unfair, so what? That's how it is. So they're mean-girling you in the press, they're calling you names that hurt your little soft spots deep inside. Well, so what? That's how it is. So you lost someone you loved. You lost the one person who felt like family. Well, guess what? Grow the hell up, because that is how it is. The Cyrus Bean I know doesn't hide in his half-empty closet and wet his pants like a little bitch baby. The Cyrus I know is a patriot. He bites the bullet and he does what it takes to serve the Republic at all costs. So I want to know right now, in this moment, who you are. Because the pathetic shell of a person I'm looking at right now doesn't deserve to stand on the presidential seal in the Oval Office, let alone tell the president what to do. 5? That's sexist and insulting. You'd never suggest Scooter Libby was screwing Dick Cheney. 4, the lengths you're going to try to twist this into a conspiracy are cause for concern. You should speak to someone about that. 3, the president is awake and talking, and the suggestion that he isn't is partisan political crap that I thought you had enough integrity to rise above. 2, in the past 3 minutes, you've called me a criminal, a whore, an idiot, and a liar. So this is pretty much the last time we'll be speaking. So 1, who I am or am not screwing. What I am or am not doing is no longer any of your damn business.
I have 5 rules. Memorize them. Rule number 1, don't bother sucking up. I already hate you. That's not going to change. Trauma protocol, phone list, pagers. Nurses will page you. You answer every page at a run. A run. That's rule number 2. Your first shift starts now and lasts 48 hours. Your interns, grunts, nobodies, bottom of the surgical food chain. You run labs, write orders, work every second night until you drop, and don't complain. On-call rooms. Attendings hog them, sleep when you can, where you can, which brings me to rule number 3. If I'm sleeping, don't wake me unless your patient is actually dying. Rule number 4, the dying patient better not be dead when I get there. Not only will you have killed someone, you would have woke me for no good reason. We clear?
Push.
Good. Keep going. Good. Just a little bit more. Good. Stop. Stop.
Oh, I can see the top of his head. He's got a lot of hair. Oh, he's cute.
O'Malley.
Yeah?
Stop looking at my vajayjay.
I tried
Yes, ma'am.
petroleum and acetone to separate them, but...
Separate them?
What?
Young people need love too. Kempner, we all need love. If the world had more love, we could get rid of wars and fistulas. Why won't this damn thing take money?
You're in charge. Do you think I like making these decisions for you? Do you think it's fun to get calls from the nursing home asking whether I was planning on giving the nurse who changes you every morning a Christmas tip? But I do it because you have managed to alienate everybody else in your life. And I am the only one. So I have to step up and do it. You want to know why I'm so unfocused? So ordinary? You want to know what happened to me? You happened to me.
Then let me refuse the heart surgery.
No.
Why not?
Because killing my mother is not going to be another thing that happens to me.
About him and the vet. You really get around.
What did you just say to me?
It's unforgivable.
I don't remember ever asking you to forgive me.
So was the knitting a phase? Who's next? Alex? Because I hear he likes to sleep around. You two have that in common.
You don't get to call me a whore. When I met you, I thought I had found the person that I was going to spend the rest of my life with. I was done. So all the boys and all the bars and all the obvious daddy issues, who cared? Because I was done. You left me. You chose Addison. I'm all glued back together now. I make no apologies for how I chose to repair what you broke. You don't get to call me a whore. Okay. Here it is. Your choice, it's simple. Her or me. And I'm sure she's really great. But Derek, I love you. In a really, really big. Pretend to like your taste in music. Let you eat the last piece of cheesecake. Hold a radio over my head outside your window. Unfortunate way that makes me hate you. Love you. So pick me. Choose me. Love me.
Good morning. I don't know what terrible things you've done in your life up to this point, but clearly your karma is out of balance to get assigned to my class. I'm Professor Annalise Keating, and this is Criminal Law 100, or as I prefer to call it, how to get away with murder. One last question, and then we'll be done. This man, is he in the courtroom right now?
Objection,
Is
Your
the man
Honor.
you're referring to Prosecutor Hobbs?
Your Honor.
Yes.
Good God, this is a farce. I'm not the one on trial here.
You are now.
There's no evidence to support this man's
Is the
claim.
man sitting there not evidence?
Both of you calm
Because it's
down.
quite evident to me that he's proof that this case has been nothing more than a conspiracy to commit fraud. From start to finish, the game was rigged, corners were cut, and my client's Fourth Amendment rights were discarded.
This is slander, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Hartwell's testimony proves that this case was built on illegal grounds, including
I demand
entrapment.
Ms. Keating be
Which is
sanctioned
no
by
surprise,
this
considering
court.
it's been Mr. Hobbs' mission to destroy the Lombardo family for more than 15 years. So the criminal in this courtroom is not my client, but the federal government for bringing these bogus charges against my client. I am sorry, Senator, if you do not have the time to answer for who bore the real cost of your development.
Objection!
Not just Tricia Stanley and her boyfriend David Allen, who served 21 years in prison.
Honor, please.
For the thousands who were displaced in the name of lining your pockets.
Keating?
The majority whom were poor, powerless, and didn't bear the color of skin desirable to your business interests. You tore a community apart. You tore families apart. You destroyed lives, Senator. Admit it. Admit you killed Tricia Stanley and had my client David Allen set up for her murder.
Intern. I am Preston Burke, and you are the most competitive, most guarded, most stubborn, most challenging person I have ever met. And I love you.
Phone numbers are perfect. Type in a number, and I get every man who purchased one of Sharon's girls, his name, his photo, his address, how much he weighs, and if he's an organ donor.
Listen to me, Meredith. Anyone can fall in love and be blindly happy, but not everyone can pick up a scalpel and save a life. I raised you to be an extraordinary human being. So imagine my disappointment when I wake up after 5 years and discover that you're no more than ordinary.
Maybe go wash your hands. Because I need you to give me an exam because my water just broke.
Okay. Okay.
You're probably gonna see my vagina, which might be weird.
You didn't buy them?
Men don't buy tampons.
You know what? You're gonna have to get over the man thing, George. We're women. We have vaginas. Get used to it.
I am not your sister.
When she was 5.
Shut up! You do not tell that story. That is not your story. It was not your dad. It was my dad. You shut your mouth. Shut up! You stupid, ignorant monster bitch! You do not tell that story.
And if you tell me any more crap about heading towards the light or looking down on me from heaven, I swear I will kill you myself right now.
And then comes the unbearable pain. And then you feel yourself passing out. But before you do, you wonder if you'll ever wake up again. And part of you hopes that you never will. So all of that will be staring at you every day. Do you really think that you can look at that?
The 7 years you spend here as a surgical resident will be the best and worst of your life. You will be pushed to the breaking point. Look around you. Say hello to your competition. 8 of you will switch to an easier specialty. 5 of you will crack under the pressure. 2 of you will be asked to leave. This is your starting line. This is your arena. How well you play, that's up to you.
He's not a good man, Annalise.
Burke? Burke was, he took something from me. He took little pieces of me. Little pieces over time. So small I didn't notice, you know. He wanted me to be something I wasn't, and I made myself into what he wanted. One day I was me, Christina Yang, and then suddenly I was lying for him and jeopardizing my career and agreeing to be married and wearing a ring and being a bride. Until I was standing there in a wedding dress with no eyebrows and I wasn't Christina Yang anymore. And even then I would have married him. I would have. I lost myself for a long time.
You are a gifted surgeon with an extraordinary mind. Don't let what he wants eclipse what you need. He's very dreamy, but he is not the sun. You are.
Through the wilderness, somehow I made it through. Didn't know how lost I was until I found you. I was beat, incomplete.
Should I be doing something?
I'd been
Can
had.
I help
I
you
was
in it?
sad and blue, but you made me feel. Yeah, you made me feel shiny and new, like a virgin. Hey, touched for the very first time, like a
I'll just go upstairs and go charting.
Like a virgin.
It's my move. Christina, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, being comfortable in my apartment.
I didn't see anything. I did not see anything.
Get out.
Basics.